Welcome to Feedback Friday, a weekly series where Team Gamertag chooses the topic of the commentary by sending them to me at WoodysGamertag over on Twitter. A quick note about the gameplay, it's not me. It's Incredible Orb does this thing, he's a very good player, and he and his very good friends get together, and they spot the other team an amazing domination lead, and then they come from behind and win. So that's what you're watching now. Let's get started. If Colin's condition never got better as he got older and was unable to lead an independent life, how would you react? So, I've been thinking about this, and, I think about it a lot. And it's not so much a reaction, right? Like, a reaction to me kind of implies that there's like a sudden change. This is the sort of news that would unfold slowly over time. And most parents get to stop being parents after their kid hits 20 years old or so, right? Once the kid is out of high school and halfway through college, ideally, they, the parenting sort of scales back a little bit. They keep in touch and they maybe help financially, but, they're not actively guiding their kids. There's a chance that I will be a parent not just until my youngest kid hits 20, but until 20 years after I'm dead. I'll still have parenting left to do if Colin can't lead an independent life, which means, I've got to somehow find a way to provide for him and make sure that things go well for him even after I die, potentially. And, if that's the hand I'm dealt, then that's the hand I'll play, and I'll do the best job of it that I possibly can. So, I feel like every day I sort of think about how I can make this happen for him. Paying off the house was part of it. It's paid for, right? I think at this point I could pretty much pay the real estate taxes on this house, because they're not very much, for the rest of his life, and he'd always have a place to live. So that's step one. After that, we'll keep working it out. But how would I react to this news? If that's the way it goes down, then that's the way it goes down. I'd try and make sure he's okay regardless of what happens. But I guess I'd be lying if I said it isn't a little sad that, we do hope that he starts, living a normal, happy, healthy life like everyone else gets to have, right? That's the ultimate objective. That's what we want for him. We'll see what he gets. Woody, what would you do if a zombie outbreak occurred? Be serious. No, I'd go to Rush's house or crap like that. So seriousness? I think I would look for people who augment the skills I lack, right? So I'm pretty good with weapons. I'm pretty good in a leadership capacity if someone wanted to follow. I'm pretty good at, making shelters and some survival stuff, but I've never hunted before. I'd love to find a guy who is capable of making, food out of land, if that's such a thing. I'm not a farmer, but I'd look for a lowly populated area where you could see who was coming and try to build a new society there. So the first thing I would do is pick my team, right? It would have to be my family, but hopefully we'd find someone else who wanted to team up with our family and, and make a go of our new life, make a new, that's how I do it. So yeah, how would I do it in seriousness? Well, actually, FPS Russia's got some pretty useful skill sets, right? He's done a fair amount of hunting to the point where he finds it to be no challenge anymore. Well, that sounds good. He's good with weaponry. He would have that aspect of it sort of all set, On the other hand, I bet the guy can't sew. On the other hand, I bet the guy can't farm. Well, maybe he can. I'm not really quite sure about that. But I would look for people who would augment the skills that I lack, and then start putting together my survival team, and we'd find a place to hole up and create our new little micro society and see how long we could live. That's how I'd actually handle it. Does what you do define you? Job, hobbies, interests, or are they just manifestations of who we already are? So this one's had me thinking a little bit, which is a good question, so I appreciate that. I broke it into two categories. In death, what you've done defines you. That's it. Your story is finished. Your impact on the people around you, on the world that you live in, that's defined you, and what's done is done. On the other hand, if you're still alive, you are an unwritten story. Just because at the moment you haven't realized all your potential, it doesn't mean that that's who you are, right? You know, there's a lot more to be said about who you are, about who I am, about what we can be compared to what we've already done. So that's my take on it. You know, as if you're a football player today, then that might not be everything that you can be. You know, there's a lot more to your story than than just that. So that's my answer. You know, is what you're doing so far a manifestation of what you are? No, because what you're doing so far doesn't encompass your unrealized potential. You say you expect to go back to a regular job. When? How long do you think this YouTube thing will last? Please give a real answer. So, as far as how long it lasts, I've been famously wrong about this sort of thing. 2 years ago, FPS Russia was protecting children from jack-o'-lanterns, and I told him once Halloween was over, his channel was over too. I couldn't have been more wrong. I think that when I wouldn't have thought that my own channel would last as long as it has. I thought that by looking at previous people on YouTube that the run just didn't go as long as it's already gone. I'm still picking up 1,000 subscribers a day in the off season, and that's pretty awesome. So the channel's doing fantastic, and I'm excited about that. I think that eventually, when I stop doing well on YouTube, it won't because somebody does what I do better than I do. What I do well is I talk to you guys, I connect to subscribers, I play with you guys, like that. That's sort of what I do. But something else will go big. Like, right now trolling videos are doing pretty well. Fake montages do really well. When that sort of thing takes over from videos like mine, then then my day will be done, right? I think that's how it will eventually end. And when that is, nobody knows. As far as what my life after YouTube will be like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Worst case scenario is not really that bad. I'm still educated, for lack of a better term. I still have job skills, and I can go back and earn, I don't know, 200 grand or something like that in a day job, and that'll be fantastic. I'll land on my feet and everything will be okay. As far as when that happens, I'm not sure. But right now this kind of feels like a little diversion. Like what if I was really good at golfing and there was an opportunity to join the PGA Tour for a couple of years? Do you pass that up? Do you not take it? Do you just live that, or let that dream go unfulfilled? I hope not. I hope that if you ever get an opportunity to live your dream, that you'll seize it. That you won't be scared, that you won't be, sitting back wondering how it could have gone. And that's where I am right now. All right, if you liked the video, be sure to show that like button a little bit of love. 2 vids you may have missed. On the left, Wife Wednesday, a dual comm I do with my wife every week. And on the right, Mail Monday. I had publishing errors, so not many. Well, I guess a lot of people saw it, but not as many as normal. So maybe you didn't see Mail Monday. You can check that out. And if you're new around here, subscribe in the top right, and have a good day.